Hello and welcome back to Gapeys garden. Today I thought I'd show you how all my tangerine tigers are doing. I've got, I think, 8 that I've got planted here. So I've only got one in the greenhouse. This one here, I got seeds from Craig Jennings from his plant number 4 last year. I grew several of these because he was reporting some people were getting variegated leaves on them, though I didn't get any on mine. But this one has some really nice pods and it's pretty loaded in here. They're fairly dark colored and have some nice red striping. You can see lots of them are just starting to ripen. I haven't harvested any off this plant yet, but I will be doing that soon because frost is right around the corner. Let's see if we can get a look at some of these other ones in here. That one has a really nice wide stripe on it. Kind of hard to see, but it's looking really good. But not all of the plants that I started from this particular plant number 4 seed all came out the same. So we're going to show you what the other ones look like. So all the rest are outside of the greenhouse. One of them here, I don't think I'm going to get any ripe pods off of this one, but this is from the same source of seeds, and it is just starting to set pods, so I planted it kind of late, so I don't think we're going to see anything ripen, and looks like it's got some bug damage. I don't know what put that hole in there, but all these pods are still pretty small. But let's take a look at some of the ones we have over here. Let's see. I believe this one here is, no, this one here. This one is also from his plant number 4, and this one has much lighter pods. So you can see, oh, we've got some kind of blossom end rot or something going on with that pod, but it looks like the pods themselves are pretty light colored with an orange stripe, and we have a lot of them with some purple blushing on them. Not a whole lot ripe on this one. The ones outside the greenhouse ripen much slower, but we should be able to get a few of those harvested. And then let's see, this one here on the left is also from the Craig Jennings plant number 4, and these are much darker in comparison. See how dark green those are compared to this plant here. And these seem to be ripening to red. So these ones, or at least this is the first pod that has ripened, or almost ripened, and it looks like it's completely red with no stripes at all. But when they start ripening, they turn kind of a rusty color before they turn completely red. I've also got another one from Craig Jennings. This one over here on the left is from his plant number 38 from last year, and this one has some fairly light colored pods as well, and it's just starting to ripen a few down here. You can see that one is pretty nice looking, has a little bit of speckles on there in addition to some striping. We've got some kind of fat squatty pods like this one. It's kind of cool, and it also has a little bit of that purple blushing, but not nearly as much as some of the other ones. But some interesting shapes on this one. I don't think I've actually seen that shape before. And then we've got one more over here. This one is saved seed from Elena last year from her yellow Tangerine Tiger. And let's see if we could find some ripe ones. We've got only a couple, and this one, it's not quite yellow, but it's kind of more of a really, really light orange, kind of a yellow-orange color, but still a pretty nice looking pod, so I'm pretty happy with those. The yellow Tangerine Tigers are pretty rare, and if you haven't seen anything about Tangerine Tiger before, this was a cross that started in my greenhouse accidentally between the Sugar Rush Stripe and the Ahi Tangerine, which I posted a video about, I think last year or the year before, and I'll put a link to that in the description of the video if you want to check it out. Now I also have one more pheno, and this one came from 7-pot club last year. So he had one that ended up having variegation. And look at, I have 3 of these plants all planted here, and look at all that variegation. I think this is just the coolest thing. It's starting to get a lot colder here in the evenings and mornings, and it looks like this one doesn't like that cooler weather. Seeing a lot of browning on the leaves for some reason. But we've got some pods that finally started setting on here, and the pods do have some striping before they ripen, which is very, very unusual for the Tangerine Tiger. I've not seen any others that have stripes before ripening. But you can see it's got some light green and dark green striping, and I'm not sure if the ripe pods are going to retain any striping or not. We've got another one there. So I'm still waiting for the first ripe pods off of this one, but all 3 of these have at least some peppers that have pods. But we'll have to wait and see what the ripe pods look like. But those are the 3 Tangerine Tigers that I'm growing that are variegated. So if they ripen up, I'm going to save some seeds of these and try growing them again. But I just love the variegation. Anyway, if you're growing the Tangerine Tiger, let me know what your pods look like. They're still very unstable, even though it's at, I think we're at F5, or I think F5, yeah, is what I'm growing this year. So the seeds I saved this year will be F6 for next year. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.